according to Gary Kitchen in my comments, we're doomed! We're doomed! We're doomed! Evening everyone, how are we all doing? This is the state of play. And you know what? It's going to be massively interesting to see how everything goes tomorrow. But before we start, let's start with Tom, SWSC. Up the effing owls, we are staying up. OBD depends on tomorrow, he's right, it does depend. Hey up Danny, hey up Tom, hey up Thomas Cocker, I think she'll come with strong medication, I agree. Huddersfield's only one game left because they ain't getting anything away at Ipswich, kind of want to agree with that. That's what we said about Rotherham today and we got a point, true we did, really good point as well. I hope also, on the Rotherham situation, I hope the fan... Oh, bugger, yeah. I hope the fan that went ill at the Rotherham game is okay. It would be great to know that they're all right. But no, Preston should have had a penalty and didn't get it. Pressure is on tomorrow, but a little easier results have pretty much gone our way. Evening chat, evening puncture 41. We live to fight another day so far. We do indeed. I have turned echo off. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Tomorrow is very, very interesting indeed. There was a medical emergency at the Rotherham game and it was a 30-minute delay. No idea what's happened or thing, but all we know is that it's out. These results put us exactly where we want to be in our own hands. Exactly, Mark. That is exactly what we want it to do. We want it so it's in our hands. Tomorrow, come the end of that game, 3 p.m, if we win, we are out of the relegation zone. We could be out of the relegation zone, and that mentally and psychologically for the player could be huge. But it's a big if. It's a big if because we've got to turn up, we've got to do the job. But it gives them a little bit more of that, okay, it's now on us, which it has been all season. The whole situation for this season, it's on us. Now, result today went exactly how we wanted it, really. Leicester won 2-1. Watford Hull 0-0. Millwall beat Sunderland. Rotherham versus Birmingham. It was a 0-0. A lot of Birmingham fans not happy at all with how they played today. I think that is finally Huddersfield final nail in their coffin now because they lost 4-0 to Swansea and it was a flurry. All happened from 73 minutes. They just fell apart. 19 shots, 7 on target, Swansea. Whatever happened, they turned really good in that game. Then you got... Where is it? You got Norwich 1-1 with Bristol City. Stoke 3-0 versus Plymouth. Now, here's the thing. Plymouth technically not out of this. They're technically out of this. They're on 48 points. They could get dragged back into this if 50 points is the safety marker to get out of this. They could get dragged back into it. That hasn't done them the world of good. Let's have a look here. Where was I? I was up to Plymouth one time. Plymouth lost 3-0. Cardiff got a good win versus Southampton. Preston are currently losing to QPR, and it was a really gifted goal for QPR as well. We play tomorrow, and Leeds will have a say on what happens. I agree with Danny said about it being till the last game. It's starting to look that way, isn't it? It's really starting to look like this is going to go down to the last game. Our Wednesday fans, we don't want that. But also, let's see. The mantra I want to see with this, the mantra I want to put with this is that what will be, kind of thing. What will be at the minute is that the only thing I can do. Plymouth on 48 points. They're not mathematically safe. That's the thing. We win tomorrow. We go on 46. No, we don't. 45, 46, 47. We go on 47 and we're just a point behind them. Mate. So they're not mathematically gone. Because you got to remember, they've got Millwall and Hull. Millwall's a dead ringer for me personally. Hull, though, will want to get something to try and see if they can get into that playoff spot. That's the thing. There's a lot of teams who are facing teams who are in that promotion or needing to win for the staying out of relegation. Like, the big thing next week, and it's a big thing, and it all depends on our result tomorrow. But the big thing next week is that it's Birmingham versus Huddersfield. And it's going to be huge who can do what, because you got to remember, Huddersfield have got Ipswich on the last game of the season. Their last game of the season is Ipswich. Birmingham have got Norwich. Now, here's the thing. Norwich are on 72 points. They want to secure that playoff spot. And that's the thing. When you think about it, if we win, we are on 47. Then if things go our way, we can draw against West Brom, and then depending on what Plymouth do. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. I think it Birmingham, Plymouth, us, Huddersfield. That's your 4 now. Because I think QPR have now are going to hit that magic 50-point number. Stoke have hit it. Watford and Millwall have hit 53. Swansea are now 56, same points as Sunderland. Bristol City on 59. Cardiff 62. Preston 63 with Middlesbrough on 63 and Coventry on 63. But remember, Coventry have a game in hand. So it is starting to look more and more like that it's going to go to the last game of the season. And as I said last night, if you weren't here for it, the Sheffield Wednesday fan in me hates it. The content creator in me, though, loves it. It loves it because Sunderland haven't got anything to play for. A Coventry player has a team of the... Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't read. Ian Danson, I hope not. I'm hoping it's not last game of the season, but it's looking that way, Daniel, I'm afraid. It is looking like it's going to be a last game of the season job. 41 people watching, 15 likes. Get those likes up, people. If you want to super chat, they're all on. Everything goes back into the channel. I much appreciate it. But it's going to be tight. It's going to be very, very tight. Dex is doing a watch along tomorrow. I will just plug the podcast there. Dex is doing a watch along tomorrow. As soon as the watch along is done, I think we're doing a pod. I am doing a debrief on the Monday as well. Yeah, I'm probably going to do it on the thing. Good evening, mate. Oh my God, I can't believe the Rotherham. To be fair, I can believe the Rotherham goal. It's the Steve Evans effect. Steve Evans had done that whole manager bounce thing. He's done that thing where he wanted to show what the player can do. And here's the thing, right? Last night I made the point that we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it because I have spoken to death about it. I know you haven't been in some of the streams. I personally think he stays, OBD. I personally think if we go down, he stays. Everything he's saying at the moment is saying he's staying. You don't talk to your head of recruitment about transfer for the summer. You don't talk about where you're going to go on pre-season. You don't talk about getting players in for a pre-season at the club if you are leaving. That's the thing. If you are leaving, you wouldn't talk about the press about your lists. You wouldn't talk about who you want in the summer. You wouldn't talk about pre-season and maybe going back to Germany or something. There are things that wouldn't get said. He wouldn't say it out of his mouth. He said, we'll see what happens. That what your reply would be if you're going at the end of the season. And I personally think he's somebody who likes to finish a job. And yeah, he's also got a thing is, if he goes, he'll have the thing. He had that thing of going, he'll want to prove that he can do it back because he's not done much. That thing, Sunderland will have to offer a massive amount in compo for him to go there. And then you've got to think how much of that compo is then going to come out of their transfer kitty kind of thing. How much of that comes out of the transfer kitty just to bring him in? And the thing is, remember, Sunderland has said if whoever goes there cannot bring in their own backroom staff. They said that. You have to work with what's there. Danny will not want to do that. He'll want to bring his own people in. If any manager was ever going to get a bounce, it was Steve Evans. Not to say anything nasty about, but you're right. Kind of thing. Unless Sunderland offer, you have a good point. Cheers, OBD. I try to think I got goals. We just need to hope Sunderland will be in bad form. Sunderland haven't got anything to play for. They haven't got a manager. So there's no one who is going to be looking at them in terms of who's going to stay in the summer, because there's no manager to say who is going to stay. It will be, the thing is, I think because it's going to the last game of the season, and it's Sunday, I think it fits the narrative as well. 5 million plus 3 points. To be fair though, 3 points in that sense, you would stay. Hey, Craig B, how you doing, mate? Ian and Jimmy, 1867, by the way. Everything went in our way today. We got the nicest last game out of all the teams out. Oh yeah, we have. Maybe they'd be nice. Yeah, we have got the best game in the bottom of the table in 100%. Because you've got here the games on the last game of the season. Rotherham play Cardiff, but they're already down. Ipswich have got Huddersfield. That could be the difference between second and playoffs. That's the thing. That could be the difference between them getting the playoffs or them getting second. Leicester City have got Blackburn Rovers. Remember, Blackburn Rovers, if they lose tomorrow, that leaves Blackburn Rovers on 49 points. Not got that magical 50 points yet. And they got, like I said, they got Leicester. Leicester will want to put on a show on that last game of the season. We've got Sunderland, as we know. What I'm looking for, I'm missing a team. Where is it? Huddersfield, Ipswich. Us got Sunderland. Blackburn, Leicester. If you want to put Plymouth into it, they still got Hull. Kind of thing. So far, all the things have gone forward today. It puts us massively in our hands. I just hope the players just treat this. The players have to treat this in two ways. They have to treat it as a normal game and use a little bit of that. The players who were here for the playoff use that bit of going for it. Did Burnley win again? Yes, they did. I think they thrashed them like 5-1 or 4-1. It was something like that. I think that seals their relegation. Now, I think it. Yeah, they lost 4-1. I'm pretty sure that relegates them. We need a good prep talk. We do. We need a good prep talk. But I think there will be. I think there will be a massive prep talk. Oh, nearly a chance for Preston then. Preston are just starting to turn up in this last little bit. Let's see if they can, because if they draw here, QPR, a draw isn't really good enough for them. A draw will put them on 48 points. But it looks like they've got a thing. Is it true, Blaze? Yes, they do have a minor 2-point deduction next season. Yes, they do. It's all about tomorrow. It's Steve. It's all about tomorrow. We have to just play how we did against QPR. Play against how we did against Plymouth. In theory, win last 3, we stay up. Well, in theory, you win 2 and draw 1, you stay up. All depends on what comes. All depends. Hey, Punk, what do you think if to went it down? I think there's an opportunity, mate. I think there's a huge opportunity for us to stay up. But it's in our hands now. It's in our hands, and Chris, we've got to turn up. We have to turn up tomorrow. No messing about, no going for it. We have to turn up. No one thought we could beat QPR away. Everyone had us losing to QPR. Everybody. Everyone was like, right, we're losing to QPR, blah, 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 blah. But I said their form isn't great. Like, Blackburn Rovers' form at home isn't great. But they have players like a Modric who can unlock things straight away. We have to be wary, because if you actually look at Blackburn's last couple of games, it was a win. It was a win against Leeds, 1-0. And if you look at that, they had 3 shots, 2 on target, and they scored from one of them. Hang on a minute. Let me go back to where I was. Where Blackburn Rovers? Where is it? They got a win there. They got a 5-0 by Bristol City. They got a 0-0 versus Southampton. They lost to Ipswich. They beat Sunderland 5-1. They got a draw versus Plymouth, a draw versus Middlesbrough, a draw versus Millwall. They lost to Swansea, a draw versus Norwich. They've drawn a lot. I think their last win was Stoke, 3-1. Let's stay positive. This city needs a Steel City derby next year. It really does, Rachel, and welcome to chat, mate. I agree. Danny's a legend for saving us and giving us hope. To be fair, Chris, he gave us, when he came in, everybody wrote us off. Everybody wrote us off, and that's the thing. Everybody wrote us off. And he got it from 13 points, and he got it back down to 1 point now, and a chance. So we'll see. The only thing I'm worried about is our defence, especially, will be on it and await tomorrow. Yeah, that's a little bit of worry for me as well. Midday kickoff. Man City 1-0 up in the FA Cup. Yeah. The FA Cup situation annoyed me. I felt very at length. When did Blackburn play Leicester? Last game of the season, Glenn. The last game of the season is when they play Blackburn. Does Leicester City have a point deduction? I think they do. I can't remember. I think they do, yes. Whatever happens, that'll be fun. True. The thing is, the saying I have said today in this stream is this. What will be, will be. The 43 people watching, 20 likes, get those likes up, people. I would much appreciate it. Everything has gone in our favour today. Everything. Apart from this QPR game at the minute, and to be honest with you, Preston are that mid-table kind of thing. It's a shame Pervader is probably out for all 3 games. We look more, but it is Chris Cotton, but with him doing all the rehab work he's doing, it wouldn't surprise me if Danny goes last game of the season, shoves him on the bench, brings him on if we need him. It is what it is. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a good damn final day affair, isn't it? Possibly. We're going easily, mate. Eden and Yeet B, by the way, I didn't say hello. It's possibly going to go to the last game. And you know what? If we get to the last game of the season and we're still in with a shout, then fantastic. Generally fantastic, because when Danny came in, we were nowhere near a shout at all. We didn't have a shout. We didn't have a say in what happens. We didn't have a say in how things were going to go. A lot of fans had us down. Not a derby repeat, hopefully. Hopefully not. I'm not going to a West Brom game. I can't, because I've got other things that I need to do on a Sunday. But I will be watching it. Dexterity Bot will be doing a live stream of it. That's his channel there. And also go listen to Talking Wednesday with me, Dexterity Bots, and Worker, where we talk everything Wednesday. To be fair, I was rooting for West Brom today. They're going to throw everything at us, at it against us. They probably will. But again, they're another team that look pretty much safe. They could turn around and go, right, we're safe-ish kind of thing. Who did West Brom play today? They played Leicester, didn't they? But then again, they come against the Leicester team that needed that win. They needed to win today, Leicester, to get themselves back where they were, because they'd had a big wobble. Come Monday, Leeds United could be back where Ipswich is. So that makes that Huddersfield Town game even more important. And it makes the Leeds United game versus QPR important as well for them, because they need to think. This is why QPR are going for it here, to try and get something. Because if they get this and they get 50 points, then fantastic. They can kind of go the safe, but it all depends, because everyone's had a little bit of a wobble at the top. Everyone's had a little bit of a wobble at the bottom. Lack of striker, West Brom, we need to exploit that, knuckle down, defend well, and hit them. I agree with that. Yep. You can Chansiri will sell to whoever's interested. Chansiri to sell. The people that has always been interested, but Chansiri's never picked up the phone, kind of thing. There's never been the thing. There's always people interested in buying the club. Chansiri, for whatever reason, doesn't want to sell. Chansiri doesn't want to sell. He wants to stay here and own it. And that's his prerogative. We don't have a say in that. Even though we are the fans of the club, he is the owner of the club. And that's the problem. I don't think... The only way I see a sale happening is if someone comes in and gives him more money than the club's completely worth, and he's stupid enough to not turn it down. That's the only way I see it, because what you got to remember, whoever comes in and buys us, the debt is to pay Chansiri's debt off, not the club's debt. If Chansiri goes, we will have no pitch. We will have a pitch because he'll have to sell the ground at the same time. ODB. And he can't do anything with the pitch anyway. He can't do anything with the pitch anyway. It's protected, so it got to be used for community things. Here's the thing: the only way a sale works, and there's no point in him owning the pitch if he doesn't own the club. It makes no sense. That's the thing. He's always said if he ever sold it, he would sell it with the pitch, because he knows there's no point. You can't build on it. You can't do it with it. Hey, all, late to stream. Hope all is well. We need to win, obviously, and anything but a Birmingham win versus Huddersfield next week puts us in good place. Yep, I agree. I am a bit worried about that because Huddersfield look like they're in free-fall now. They really do look like they're in free-fall now. Not good for them. I think it'll be interesting to see what Birmingham team turn up. Shocking tardiness for May Putley. He's allowed. He's on a different time zone to us all. So he gets the next Goose. What were your at Goose? Because you weren't on time. And you're on the same time code. This is the thing. Oh, Preston looking for it, but I think they've left it too late. I think this is QPR safe now. I think QPR are just safe from relegation now. If Birmingham win against Huddersfield, they will be replaced with Plymouth. Possibly yes. I can't. Chelsea is a bit odd. He is. Wish Huddersfield had played Rotherham. Oh well, only Ipswich. Yeah, but it is what it is. You can't have it both ways and stuff. Birmingham, it was a weird one because I think Rotherham actually put a better fight than Birmingham did today. From all of what I've read from fans I know. What is the team worth, you reckon? The team or the club? That's the difference. Oh, QPR on the break. That's naff by QPR. That QPR safe. Come on. Call it. That puts them on 50 points. That's them safe. Surely that QPR now safe, which is annoying. Couldn't do us a bloody favour, could Preston? Bloody hello. Nope, couldn't. Yeah, but that's been Preston most of this season. They got to mid-table. It's like, we can't be bothered now. Kind of thing. They haven't been great, Preston. They've drawn a lot. They've lost a lot. This will be the first win for QPR at home for ages. I was also late to stream, but Mike Goose follows Islander just stopped screaming. Just stopped screaming at me. Oh dear. Is he being a crying child? Club. So if you go via what Chansiri probably want for it, Chansiri probably wants over 70 million. I reckon the club's worth about 60 million. I think it's about 60 million. 60 million club, maybe 40, 60 million stadium. But even that, I think, is expensive. It's a championship. It's a good deal. Oh. Yeah, QPR got this. I'm going to turn it off. QPR won for me. I don't really understand Chansiri mode to keep us if he's always complaining how much everything's sodding costs. Hunter definitely his father's son. What price do you think is fair for Sheffield Wednesday, realising Chansiri isn't necessarily rational? Well, the club got bought for 40 million. And I think if you're taking ticket prices, you're taking the fans, you're taking all that lot. I think you probably get a good deal for the club for about 60 million kind of thing. But the problem is with this, 60 million for us doesn't include stadium. Because you then got to do a deal for the stadium. That's the issue. A deal for us is complex because you have to rational in a stadium sale, buying us kind of thing. Yeah, QPR is safe. Bugger. To be fair, they've done well, QPR. They have actually done well to get out of this. They just won those games which we could have done with them losing. So 50 points for QPR, 50 points for Stoke, 53 points for Millwall and Watford. They're all safe. So for me, it's now between Blackburn Rovers, Plymouth, Birmingham, Huddersfield and Wednesday. Well done to QPR. He got on rocking. If he gets a budget to do what he can do, because he's shown at QPR that in the summer, in January, he was able to bring in players. Derby only have that business plan thing because the owner did some sort of financial aid deal to help consolidate the stadium back into the club, etc. Again, from Mel Morris. Yeah, I think it's about 60 million the club's worth. But then you've got to put another 60 million on top of that, or 40 million for the thing. Bugger, QPR, Huddersfield and Rotherham to go down. I think I had QPR in that list because they were looking worrisome. But hey, they've done what they needed to do. QPR has done what they needed to do. We need to do what we need to do tomorrow now. And that's the thing. If we can do what we need to do, then fantastic. So, yeah. The teams are starting to dwindle who are in the relegation fight now. They are starting to dwindle, but we just got to do our job. Do you think Red Bull would ever be interested in buyers, and would you want that? You know what? It's a weird one because I've slowly but surely come round to the thing of going, you know, Red Bull is something I can see. And I think they wouldn't mess around with tradition. And I don't think they are allowed to change the name of the club and stuff like that due to some heritage thing that the FA have put in place. And I wouldn't mind it. But you also have to be careful because you have the situation that there are going to be things happening soon, I reckon, in the UEFA world where clubs that own multiple clubs are going to get cracked down on. So Man City's situation where they own a couple of clubs. Red Bull own a couple of clubs. Watford owners own a couple of clubs. I think the idea of doing that is slowly getting to the point where they start cracking down on that zone. Ian Debbie, how are you? Lovely. I hope you're well. Leave badge only didn't change because of the same heritage rule, I believe. Yep, and it was crap. I remember that badge. It was awful. Forest Donor also owns Olympiacos. And sticking with what I said from the very start of the season, Rotherham, Birmingham, Blackburn. That'd be interesting because Blackburn are a team very much like us off the pitch. They need to have their ownership situation sorted. The thing is, for Blackburn, a point tomorrow and they're pretty much safe. If we're going 50 points safe, a point tomorrow for them, they're safe. A point for us puts us on 45 points above Huddersfield. But a 3 or 3 would be better. I'm sticking with... I'm reluctant to say anyone is safe until it's mathematically true. Right now, you need 53 to say if we lose tomorrow, that number becomes 51. True, Maple Leaf. And ours was allowed to change only basically because it was almost identical. Ours was able to be changed because it was part of the heritage. It's identical pretty much to one that we had back in the day. You're a good luck omen. I don't think I'm that much of a good luck omen at times. If we beat Blackburn tomorrow, I think it could easily go down. They could easily go down. They had the hardest game out of anyone, in my opinion. I agree. And also, if you actually look at what Blackburn's done, they've been very hit and miss. They've got a lot of draws. I think the game versus Leeds, they had one break and they took it. Leeds should have been out of sight in that game. They don't play very well at home. 59 people watching, 25 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. Man City are through to the next round of the Cup, even though the Cup's an absolute joke now. Honestly, I feel sick that I was rooting for Robin to get a point today. I think we all were feeling a bit sick about that today, to be honest with you, Worko. I think we've all felt a bit not nice about that. It's for the best, though. Yeah, me too. Thing is, we turn up tomorrow. We turn up like we did versus QPR a couple of weeks ago, and you get a win. Everything looks different. The mentality at the club changes a little bit. The mentality with the players changes a little bit. It doesn't take the pressure off them, but what it does do, it goes, hey, look, we're out at the bottom three for the first time this season. Let's go get another win and see how far we go. And go that way. That's the way you go. That's the way how it does. Thank you, Maple Leaf. Much appreciated. I have got a catchphrase or two. But that's the thing. That is the thing. This is the situation. We could have the situation tomorrow that we're talking on Monday and the opposites happened. And then we're like, okay, we're pretty much setting ourselves up for League One next season. Because we haven't spoke about it and we're trying to be positive. But there is that bit in the back of your head where you've got to go. It might not. But I think this is a winnable game. Stupidly. I thought, but again, we thought Stoke was winnable. We thought Swansea was winnable. Two games that we really should have been out of sight in. Win tomorrow and we can't get relegated next weekend. True. I think he'll go down to the wire. God, I hate football. I just wish it would end now. It's been a terrible season. We needed the look like QPR got today. We did Sheila, very much so. Danny needs mostly closer as an attacking coach next season. Put these missed chances away. Plus, if we were striking down, I don't think he want to play anymore. I don't even think he want to coach anymore, to be honest with you. I think I read an interview. He don't like how the attitude of players are. 1-0 Ugbo. Interesting. It'll be interesting what team he puts out tomorrow. I'm intrigued what team he puts out. Who's he play? How's he going to go about it? I am in the mindset. This is a game you start Patterson. You start Patterson tomorrow. Take it to the Whites in our own hands. I think the beat tonight from Danny. I say from Danny. It's not from Danny. Danny doesn't do the features. Sasha Len does. But I think tonight, I can't watch the game out. Maybe it's the best thing to be out OBD. Just look at your phone at the end of it. It's going to be 2-1 Smith and Masaba. Okay. As you all know, I don't do predictions. I just don't. Yeah, Smith, Ugbo, Patterson. I like that. Ugbo, Cads up front and Pato just behind them in my ways. That works as well. I think this is the game where I'm just accepting whatever comes real. Yeah, I've got really into that same mindset. I'm in the what will be mindset kind of thing. The fact that we've done it, managed to get it till this point of the season is incredible. Have a good one, Jazz. Let's see what happens. See you on Monday. Chipunk. Oh, well, only one thing to do. Come on, you owls. Anyway, got to go now. Bye all. Yep. Yes, there'll be a debrief on Monday. Yes. Debrief will be Monday at 7 p.m. Per usual. I'm going there. It'll be good, Debbie. It'll be good. You and your girls shout the place down. Huddersfield are down as well. Pretty much Huddersfield are down. Huddersfield look done because they got to play Birmingham. which I don't see them getting anything. And then they're going to play Ipswich. I think they're done. They're nailing the coffin, done. They've got to have some sort of miracle comeback to get that done. And I think it's going to be really hard for them to do that, especially if Ipswich need a win to secure second place. They will go hell to leather to get that. Out of all the teams in and around us, we got the better running. That's the thing. The running we got is great. 59 people watching, 60 people watching, 35 likes. Get those likes up, people. I would much appreciate it. If you want to become a channel member, I do FIFA content. I do trucking content. I literally done a backload of FIFA stuff today. I'm hopefully going to put that up tomorrow after the game. It was recorded a lot sooner. Say so whatever will be Sheffield Wednesday. True. I can't sing that. I can't put that on here. I have to say it because if I do, I will get copyright strike because YouTube is lovely like that. But we'll see. Everything apart from the QPR game today went for us. Congratulations for QPR being close to safe. And we will have to just turn up. We turn up. We do our jobs. We get out of Dodge with all 3 points. We have a positive week going into our last home game. And also remember, West Brom is our last home game. Birmingham looked poor. Rotherham did well considering after the opportunity for the massive. I need to graft this massively. We do. Yeah, Birmingham looked very poor. That's the thing. That Birmingham-Huddersfield game could be a case of two very poor teams against each other. Well, imagine this. If Birmingham and Huddersfield draw and we pick up two wins on the trot because they're both just as poor as each other. That's something that could happen. Hey, Jake, all in our hand tomorrow. It is 100%. It is in our hand tomorrow. And that's all we can do. All we can do now is do it on ourselves. And you know what? I prefer it being in our hands. Because if we fuck it up, it's our own faults. We've got no one else to blame. The players will know it's in their own hands tonight, but they've got to treat this as a cup final, but like it's any other game as well. Don't put too much pressure on themselves. That's the thing, because we could put way too much pressure on ourselves, kind of thing. Just win, nothing Jake Pound, nothing else. True. Ian and Jake had to rewind it to the start, but Huddersfield did what we did to Huddersfield falling apart. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're falling apart. They're done. If they got to play Ipswich, kind of thing, even a win or draw is okay, won't it, Punk Chef? Technically, yes. Technically, no. We need 2 wins. We need 3 wins, ideally. 2 wins and a draw will be good, but it all depends on what happens in the Birmingham-Huddersfield. If Birmingham-Huddersfield draw, which is unlikely, because I think Birmingham might win that, because Huddersfield look all but done. But if that's a draw and we get something at home versus West Brom, even better. But there's so many twists and turns that are going into the final day. And remember, well, we've got R12 kickoff tomorrow. We've got 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. And then the final Saturday is a 12 o'clock kickoff. So it's going to be interesting. Win a title and cup again. I meant to put... fair enough. I get you, mate. Carlos, just another game at cost of promotion in a derby day. Thanking. Yeah, but there's a different way of doing it. Carlos is going, it was just another game. I think it's different with Danny. Kind of thing. I think it's different with Danny. Danny's different in this kind. 3 points tomorrow could literally save our season. It could, Steve, it could. Steve Evan, Ray, my friend. I had a funny feeling. Won't the last game be a Sunday? Is it a Sunday? Is it 4th of May? 4th of May is Sunday. No, 4th of May is Saturday, mate. Last game of the season is a Saturday. 4th of May. So it Blackburn Rovers tomorrow. Last home games on Saturday. And then last away game 4th of May on the Saturday. And then we got a potential. Here's the thing. We got a big potential of a May Day bank holiday where we're celebrating that we're up. So Paveda good. Bernard also. Paveda, not too sure if we'll see him at all for the rest of the season. But he said there might be a chance. Deshaun Bernard could be back next week, he said. It could be next week. I think he did say it might be possible tomorrow, but more than likely could be back next week. We have missed Bernard massively at the back. He's been very, very good. If we stay up, fantastic. If we go down, we have a rebuild on our hands. And that's the thing. We have a rebuild on our hands. Full sake, say what you want about Wenty. It's never boring being a fan of this club. No. We had drama last season to go up. We've now got drama to try and stay up. So let's see what happens and hope for the best. Because if we can stay up, fantastic. I reckon win tomorrow, draw West Brom, and then it's last game nerves. Thing is, last game nerves is interesting because Sunderland don't have much to play for. They don't have a manager installed yet. And granted, before people go,
Danny Rule going to Sunderland, blah, 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 blah.
We have the situation where it's in our hands. Sunderland don't have anything to play for. I am being very positive right now. I am also in the back of my mind got that negative feeling in my head where I go, if we lose tomorrow, we're probably done as well, kind of thing. But I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep a positive vibe in my mindset. I'm not surprised North Sheffield has short life expectancy than South side, given the journey to where most United and Wenty fans are. Yep. We want any amazing fan base, been amazing support, Wenty till I die, everyone. Exactly. It doesn't do your heart any good. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do your heart any good. Sunderland might want to see you go down to get a roll. I don't think they're going after Danny Roll. I generally don't think they're going after Danny. Because the reason why I don't think they're going after Danny is they will have to pay to get him out of his contract. If he's on a 2-year contract, like I think he is, they will have to pay him to get him out of his contract. Very, very simple. And the thing is, yeah, they do that, but then Danny's not speaking like he's leaving. Yeah, exactly. Like Glenn said, Danny's not speaking like he's leaving. Danny's speaking like he's getting things in place. Can see Sunderland sending us down like they kept us down 2 seasons ago. They're not great though, Sunderland. That Sunderland team isn't the same Sunderland team that kept us down 2 seasons ago. They're not the same Sunderland. There's a lot of issues at that club that needs sorting at Sunderland, and whoever gets that job, it's a big job because it needs a rebuild. It needs a culture reset. It needs a lot of things. I think for me, that squad have got that whole thing of not knowing what's going to happen next season. So I really do want to know why it's all these fucking fans don't think Danny's leading, because what evidence has he shown that is the case. Plus, then fork out the long-term contract. There being a young manager who probably want 4 seasons, so that'll eat into the cash. True, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing for me. I let go with what I said at the start of the thing because I'm going to end this in a minute. What will be, and that's all we can do. If when they turn up like they did versus QPR, fantastic. We come away with this with all 3 points. Hey, Jake, can you give my 2 little Wenty fans' sons a shout out? They love your channel. Hey, Martin's kids. I hope you're well, mate. Have a good one. And I hope you are excited for tomorrow's game. We should hopefully win. I changed my tune a lot this season. I think we all do. You keep talking. Yeah, exactly, Debbie. Keep talking about pre-season. You keep talking about players for next season. He keeps talking about where they're going to go on pre-season. This is the thing. He doesn't beat like a bloke who's buggering off. He beats like a bloke who's ready to put things in place and get things done. Sunderland more likely to get a bacon roll. Hang on. Oh, no. There we go. Deserves that. He doesn't see if Sunderland is boy can offer him shed loads of money. I think the thing is, whoever Sunderland get in, say if it is a manager who's in work at the moment, you got to think of it like this. How much money are you having to then pay in Compo to then take out of your transfer kitty? West Brom and Norwich are pretty much guaranteed playoff. Yes, they are. Danny Rowe, Blue and White Army. And I think that's the thing. You've got to also think it that way. Do Sunderland want to take money out of the transfer kitty? Because that's what they would have to do. Also, here's the other thing. Sunderland has made it very, very clear whoever comes in to Sunderland, they are not allowed to bring in their own backroom staff. And that will be key to a lot of them. Some of them will want to bring an assistant in and that's it. Danny built an entire... He'll want to bring the same people in or bring thing. Nick will win at Blackburn and go all gunplay and get West Brom. What a party if we stay up. True. I fancy us in it. This is the thing. We're all quite positive when we do the what might be thing. Monday could be completely different stream. Monday could be completely different how my attitude is. How all our attitudes are. But let it go with the positivity. I'd rather be positive and just go with what will be, because there's a lot of things that could happen. I think people are forgetting not just paying for Danny, it's Danny and his team. Exactly. Cup final tomorrow. Agree, Martin. Very much a cup final tomorrow. They're all cup finals. Result today have gone in our favour. Huzzah. Tonk. Think. Tonk. I like that though. Tonk. Tonk people are forgetting. But it's all on us. All we can do is get 3 points, get out of Dodge, get back to Sheffield, and then prepare for the next game against West Brom. We celebrate a little bit, but we don't celebrate hard at all. We don't feel like that. We just stayed up. We do the usual, yeah, we've done it. They've done kind of like the whole like, ray shit. We do all that crap. But then, once it's done, we're back to work again. So, we have to be positive. A win is fantastic. Even a draw wouldn't be that bad of a result. It will feel like a defeat because we would have dropped points, kind of thing. We're gonna definitely be positive. You're right, mate. Imagine worst case scenario, and we have to have Danny Rowe building a team in League One by Tom. That thing, you could have him build a team in League One. It could be interesting. Didn't realise West Brom were basically guaranteed Punditdale put a weakened team out against Dud to say the best player for playoffs. They're pretty much if you look where West Brom are, I think West Brom and Norwich are nailed on for their playoffs. The only thing is Hull have got a game in hand, but they don't seem to be able to win. West Brom and Norwich are both on 72 points, with Hull City on 66, and they have a game in hand. Let's make today count. Yeah, let's make it count. Turn up tomorrow, and we need, like you say, Jake, focus on our own game. We can't control other results, and let's just have it. Exactly. Let's just go for it. Right, guys. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I have done an hour. I'm nervous for tomorrow, as are all you lot. Let's just see what will be. Enjoy your Saturdays. Let's hopefully have a debrief on Monday where we're going, hey, that's fantastic. Let's go again. Let's go for it, and let's remember one thing. We're all Wednesday, aren't we? We can do this. Come on.